The next concept is the characteristics of random variable. What is the characteristics we are having for this random process? The characteristics of random process, we are having the distribution and density functions. Already we know that the distribution and density functions. But here you can also take in the random process distribution and density function. How to define the distribution on random process? The random process, we are given the notation is x of t comma lambda. X of t comma lambda with the shortest notation is x of t. X of t. Here you can apply the distribution concept on this random process. Here the random process we are representing with x of t1. X of t1. You can take in the random process on a distribution orientation. Here you can consider the assumptions are at t1 time the random process is associated with x1. Here you can take the assumption is at t1 time the random process is associated with x1. Based on the data, we can writing the distribution of x1 comma t1. x1 comma t1. Here you can consider the two random variables. Just like a multiple random variables, the distribution of x1 at t1 is equal to the probability of x of t1 less than or equal to x1. x1 is a event and x of t1 is a random process. This is the representation of first order. This is a first order distribution random process. Here you can consider this random process. The values of this one is not exceeding the x1 quantity. What are the values you can consider? This entire values must be within the limits of x1. And now to defining this all possible outcomes of a random process x of t1 within this x1, we can calling a first order distribution of a random process. Already we are having the relation between distribution and density function. The density function distribution relation is f(x) of x for in case of single random variable d by dx of capital f(x) of x. The same relation you can able to find the density function for a random process. The derivative of first order distribution function with respect to x1. We can call in the density function of random process. There is a small f(x) of x of x1 comma t1 is equal to dou by dou x1 f(x) of x1 comma t1. This is the density function for first order. In case of second order, you can add in one more parameter like a variable parameter and time parameter. For second order, the distribution function capital f(x) of x of x1 comma x2 semicolon t1 comma t2. x1 is existing at t1 and x2 is existing at t2. This one we can writing in the terms of probability, the probability of x of t1 less than or equal to x1. You can take the comma or semicolon, and semicolon the x of t2 less than or equal to x2. Less than or equal to x2. This is the representation of for second order distribution of a random process. Similarly, you can take that the density function, that is this density function for a second order is small f(x) of, that means the second derivative of distribution we can obtain the second order density function. The small f(x) of x1 comma x2 semicolon t1 comma t2 is a dou square by dou x1 dou x2 f(x) of x1 comma x2 semicolon t1 comma t2. This is the formula for that. Suppose you can increase the number of values, you can go for nth order. For nth order, how to writing its distribution? In case of nth order, you can consider n number of random variables at n number of time values. That's why I am writing here x1 to xn and t1 to tn. For this, the probability distribution function is probability of x of t1 less than or equal to x1 and x of t2 less than or equal to x2 up to you can take in this combinations and terms, that is x of t suffix capital N less than or equal to x suffix capital N. This is the formula for nth order. Similarly, you can take the density function, we can use in the differentiation. Here you can write in the dou is a partial fractions. For a density function, the notation is small fx of up to x1 to xn terms and times is a t1 to tn terms is equal to the dou power n divided by dou x1, dou x2 up to n terms of the distribution function is fx of x1 to xn and t1 to tn. These are the formulas we are having under density and distribution functions in random process. The next concept is statistical averages. The statistical averages on a random process. We are mainly using two averages on a random process. We are mainly using two averages. We are mainly using two statistical averages on a random process. Two statistical averages on random process. Those are, first one is a mean value and second one is a autocorrelation. What is the mean value? Already we know that the mean value is a expected value on any function. Here the mean value we are denoting with small m, or you can writing it m of t. Can take this any notation from this two. The mean value we are defining here, the mean of a random process. Here the expectation value of random process is called the mean value. The expectation value of random process is called the mean value of random process. Here you can see the definition of mean value of random process. The expectation value of a random process is called the mean value of random process. Here you can give the notation is m or m of t. The m is equal to expectation of random process is x of t. X of t is equal to integral minus infinite to plus infinite x into its joint function is fx of t comma x into dx. You can take the order in any orientation, either you can write fx of x comma t or t comma x. Any order you can choose it. This is a formula for mean value of random process. And second one is autocorrelation. What is a correlation? The correlation means the similarities between any two random variables. correlation. Correlation, we are defining that similarities between any two random variables or any two random processes. Can using these similarities between any two random variables or any two random processes, you can calling it is a correlation function. The correlation, we are making the two partitions. One is a autocorrelation and second one is a cross correlation. Autocorrelation and cross correlation. Autocorrelation means within a single random variable, we are choosing the different times. Is a t and t plus tau. For a single random variable, you can take in the two different times and you can take the similarities between those two random process. We can calling a autocorrelation function. Autocorrelation function, we are defining that for a single random variable, we can take in the value set normal time and shifting time. Normal time and shifting time is calling autocorrelation function. In case of cross correlation, we can take in the two different random variables. What are the similarities it is having at a single time? At a single time is called cross correlation. I am giving that definitions once again. Autocorrelation means we are taking the random variable at different times. What are the similarities it is having is called autocorrelation. Cross correlation means you can take in the different random variables and you can take the values at single time. You can calling it is a cross correlation. You can simply remember autocorrelation means for a single random variable at different times. And cross correlation means we are having the different random variables similarities. Single random variable similarities at different times and different random variable similarities either same time or different time, you can calling a cross correlation. Here autocorrelation. The autocorrelation, we are given the notation is R X. You can consider the two values x1, x2 or x1, x2. This is the notation for autocorrelation. And how to define the autocorrelation? The autocorrelation, we are taking that for two time values for single random variable. The autocorrelation formula we are writing here. The x of t is having, here you can defining the autocorrelation. The autocorrelation for a random process x of t, it is a expected value. Of a product. Here I am consider the two times, is it t1 and t2. At two time intervals, is it t1 and t2. You can writing its random processor x of t1 and x of t2. Here you can defining the autocorrelation of a random process. This is the expected value of product of x of t1 and x of t2. Is equal to integral. We are having the two random variables. That's why you can consider two integrals. Use minus infinite to plus infinite. Here minus infinite to plus infinite. X of t1 and x of t2 and density function is a fx of 1 x2 x1 comma x2 t1 comma t2 into, here you can write in the formula. Here I am writing formula once again. The expectation value of x of t1 and x of t2 can writing like this. Otherwise you can writing integral minus infinite to plus infinite and integral minus infinite to plus infinite x1 x2 fx1 x2 of x1 comma x2 semicolon t1 comma t2 into dx1 and dx1 and dx2. This one we are representing with r x1 x2 of t1 t2. This is the notation of autocorrelation function. The autocorrelation we are defining r x1 x2 is a t1 t2. The limits of x1 is minus infinite to plus infinite and x2 limits is minus infinite to plus infinite. x1 x2 fx of x1 x2 x1 comma x2 semicolon t1 comma t2 dx1 dx2. This is a formula for autocorrelation. We are mainly using these two formulas for finding the statistical averages of random process.